Okay, so let's continue with that. Okay, fine. Okay. So here, I think one of the things which we had seen was that yes. So some method. So how a matcher is created? Once you have a pattern, then you can create a matcher. Okay, and it's something like this. Okay, and for example, here we have a. If we have a matcher object here, okay, this is a matcher object. Fine. It is having two things. It has a pattern and it has an input. And things are already available. And then we have the methods like matches, looking at, and find. Okay. Well, that's a method of matcher. Okay. Matcher even now, given a matcher, fine. You can even, if you want, you can change the pattern here. Or you can start with a different input also. Okay. Both the things can be changed. Okay. So for in order to change the pattern, we would have a method called use pattern, where you can specify as a parameter a pattern object in the use pattern. So fine. So that's how you would change a pattern on a matcher. So what pattern it should search for, that can be changed. Okay. And another on the other side, yes, if you want to change the input, right, we have got a method called reset, where you can specify a char sequence. And so if there is a new input to be worked on, see, take for example, you have a pattern for email address, right? And maybe you want to read files, scan various files one by one. Okay, so your input will be the text from file 1. Okay, fine. So that's your initial input. You have specified the pattern to be for email address, right? And you want to find out all the email addresses in that file. If there are any occurrences of email addresses in a file, yes, you would like to put them in some database. Okay, so that's one thing, right? Now what you might also like to do here is you might say, okay, I will also be looking for phone numbers. So you have a pattern for a phone number. Okay, fine. So same input, just change the pattern, use pattern, don't change the input. So when you say use pattern, yes, it will start from the beginning. Okay, so you can just say use pattern and then look for the phone numbers in that same file. And another option is, yes, I have gone through the particular file 1. Okay, I want to change and start reading, scanning it from file 2. So then you can call the method called reset, where you give the char sequence. So reset and give it a char sequence. Okay, so input can be changed, or even the pattern can be changed on a matcher object. Okay, fine. Methods for matching are matches, looking at, and find. When we have understood yesterday what is the meaning of matches, exact match, right? Looking at, it starts with this pattern, and find is, yes, look for the pattern. And find, you can call, each time you call the find method, and it's going to fetch the next occurrence. Okay, fine. So yeah, these three methods, fine, if they return true, then the result of the match operation is available in the matcher object. Okay, and then we have the methods of the for the match result. Yeah. Okay, now before going into the methods of the match result, I don't like some information related to the regular expression needs to be available, and you need to be knowing about the regular expressions. Okay, we have something called a capturing group, especially that part. Okay, how do we write a regular expression? Fine, let's have a look at that part also. Okay, fine. Okay, fine. So let's look at there are some some write-up is here, okay, related to the regular expressions. So this can be, it's not the whole thing, but yes, some starting point is there in the pattern class, the documentation which is given. Okay, so this is about a summary of some regular expression constructs. It says fine. So any character can be used as a regular expression. If you want a backslash, fine, you use 2 backslashes. Okay, fine. So a character can be given by \0. You start any character. So any octal value, \x you can give hexadecimal value, \u and you can give the Unicode value. Okay, hexadecimal in hex basically. Okay, \N and you can give the name of a Unicode character. So that is also available, and \T for the tab character. I think those things, and F that's for form field, fine. A for the bell, and fine. So all those plus you have this. Now look at this way of forming a character class. You can put square bracket and put a number of characters in that. So it's saying one of these. Okay, when you put it in square bracket, it's about matching with any one of this. Okay, so for example, you would like to look for words which start with a vowel. Okay, fine. Then your regular expression may look like this. Okay, so you want to start with, say, anything which starts with a vowel, right? So you'll say, fine, but it's not only lowercase, maybe it's in uppercase also, fine. So you can, so this is one way of saying, okay, so this matches only one character. Okay, fine, a pattern where it starts with either one of these. Okay, fine. So this is one part. Okay, so you have only been able to specify the starting part. Okay, it starts with this, but then I have to match a word. So what should it be? What should be following this? It should be having a, after this you can have maybe A to Z. Okay, so you can even write like this, right? You can even say, okay, A to Z. Okay, and you would like to include 0 to 9 also. Okay, but now one more thing. So this is fine. This was the first. This is for the first character. Okay, this pattern is for everything from this point onwards. So we'll say, oh, after vowel. So if you want to include one or more occurrences of this, right? At least one you want, right? Then you can put a plus after this. Okay, or maybe you're comfortable with regular expression which is, okay, even single letter vowels, I or right, something like that. Okay, so so then you can use a star. Star means 0 or more. So fine, this is a fine, this is how you can specify a regular expression basically. Okay, fine. So square bracket, the idea was, okay, sorry, square bracket is for one of those, right? Any of those. Okay, there's a not which you can put to say opposite of this, right? So there are even predefined classes instead of writing like that the way we had done. Okay, square bracket A to Z, and then 0 to 9. You could have achieved that with the help of \W, lowercase w. Okay, and they've even included an underscore there. Word character underscore is included in the word character. Fine. Okay, so same way, backslash d is for digits. Okay, so these are some uh, find some character classes like this. Okay, predefined character classes. Okay. Backslash d, backslash h is for horizontal white spaces only. S is for white space, right? Backslash s. Okay. Same way, the other backslash p and in braces, you can specify something like saying it's a lower or upper, or so any lowercase letter, any uppercase letter, fine, or it should be only ASCII letter, any of the ASCII letters, alphabetic, fine. So we have POSIX character classes also, fine. Okay. Is it so? I'm interested in only control characters, fine, or hexadecimal digits. Okay, so we have like this also, fine, POSIX classes, right? We can even specify backslash p and then say Java lowercase. So these are Java classes, basically Java character type. Okay, white space, Java mirrored. You know what is mirrored? Mirrored characters. So less than has a mirror, less than greater than, they are mirrors. Okay, fine. So even mirrored characters can be fetched. Okay, Unicode also has a lot of classification about the characters. Okay, so you have Unicode blocks also, that's fine. It's based on the which script you are using. Okay, so is it occurring in that particular script? Okay, or Unicode has divided your entire character set into blocks. So which block it belongs to, if you know the block name. Okay, so you can use backslash p and then say in block, fine, or is and give a script name. Okay, so you could have even said backslash p in braces is Gujarati. Okay, that because Gujarati is name of a script also. Okay, fine, and there's a block called Gujarati. So even in Gujarati, that could be also specified. Fine. So okay. And so there are categories also, like SC is for saying it's a currency symbol, backslash P. So these categories are also there. I can give you a little idea about these some of the Unicode block, and even if you want to know about the classes, the character classes which are there in Unicode, because this all refers to that part. Okay, so if you want, I'll show where it is available. Okay, so I'll have to go back to the, okay, so in the java.lang package, you can have a look at the class called character. Yeah, you can see character.unicode block. That's where you'll find all the blocks which are available. It's in these fields that you'll find this. So these are basically the blocks. Okay, Arabic block, Arabic extended A, like this, Armenian. So you could go for in and give name of a block. Okay, so this is one. If I go back to the character class itself, and the enclosing class here is character, you go to the constants here, fields, yeah. Okay, and here what you find, I think this here, combining space mark, and it says, what is it? Here it shows MC. When basically that is nothing but your this is your Unicode character class. They call it as a class of the character. Fine. So this is a category basically. There's a general category. So that general category name is also applicable in that when we use a backslash p in braces. Yes, you can specify a general category name. Okay, so that currency symbol, right, it is saying SC. Okay, So some of these are available. The general categories are for Unicode are available here. Okay, and there are constants here, right? Okay, so let's go back and continue with this. So this is based on the Unicode, like \PSC, right? So that's working, right? LU. So these are nothing but coming from the from the general category, Unicode general category. Those two letters, if you are seeing those things. Okay. And then anyway, we can specify start and end of a line. Such boundaries can be specified here. Okay. And so these are available. Okay. Now this is what is the other part. We have the quantifiers. So question mark is single one, 0 or 1 occurrence of a regular expression. Okay. Star is 0 or more. Fine. Plus is at least one or more. Okay. Or you could specify in braces exactly the number count. Right. You can give n comma, so at least n. Okay. And n comma anything between n and n. So when such things are available, right? And of course we can even have the names being given. So capturing groups can be there, and logical operators there. Okay, so here is \, question mark, within less than and greater than you can specify a name. Fine. So you can have a capturing group like this. So capturing groups are in brackets. Okay. Fine. So capturing group would be in brackets, and so it's something like, fine. So you can put it like this also. Okay. So in bracket question mark and okay, so this bracket question mark is there. But anyway, mostly in bracket if you use them. Okay. So yeah, anyway, so I think regular expressions you need to. There's a lot of things there. Fine. So okay. Fine. So we can have regular expressions being built based on all such things. Okay. Now let's come back to how we would like to use the regular expressions in our exercise.
Is a difference between capturing group and quantifiers. One
Acha.
is the
Quantifier is nothing but okay. Fine. What is a capturing group? Capturing group means you put in brackets. Okay. Let's write for what we need in our exercise. Okay. And there we'll see. Okay. So, for example, yes, we would like to specify a command like yesterday I was mentioning that we can have a command something like this working for us. So first thing, a first command is open, where you will specify a type. Okay. And the type of account as a single character you might like to specify. Then you might like to specify the name, and then you might like to specify the opening balance. Okay. Now this is I've just mentioned in general, but for this the regular expression which needs to be written. Okay. Let's write the regular expression. So here, yes, you are specifying its first character needs to be upper or lowercase o, second character needs to be p. Okay. Then what do we want? What follows this?
is
white space, any white space. Maybe someone uses a tab or anything. So now to get a backslash, yeah, it would be backslash and s. S is for white space. Okay, so this represents one character class. White space. S is white space. Okay, now I want to apply one or more of this. So that's a quantifier.
Okay, quantifier.
So I'll say plus.
And the quantity of.
Yeah. So at least one occurrence of a white space is what I'm mentioning. Okay. Now what I'm doing is I'm saying, okay, let me start with round bracket. This is what now I'm creating a capturing group. Okay. So this is a capturing group. Right. So this can be okay. What's the next thing I want? I want one of the characters. So if you use brackets like this, it becomes a capturing group. So in this regular expression, the first capturing group is about getting the type of account. Okay. Then I want white space after that. Okay. Then I would like to also capture the name. So name, for name, you might say, okay, let it be word character and one or more. Okay. Maybe, so you would like to keep it like this for the name.
So one or more words that will include space also, white space.
No, it doesn't. Word character doesn't include a white space.
No, but we are telling one or more words.
Word character is 0 to 9, A to Z, upper lowercase, and underscore.
You can have one word, space, and then second word.
No, space will not be allowed in this.
More than one character.
Yeah. At least one character has to be there. 1 plus. Okay. Okay. So no space in your.
As with TPQ level, you want the account to have open space and then SC?
S or C.
Savings,
Savings or current. Upper or lowercase.
Okay.
Yeah. Fine. And then we have the backslash S plus again. Okay. That's for the one or more white spaces. And then I would also like to have a capturing group for capturing the, so digit. Okay, backslash D is for digit, one or more digits. So this is how you specify a regular expression for that kind of a command. Right? It's not, we have given a very simple form. It's not taking care of lot many things, but yes, there is something to start with. Okay, well, can be always improved upon. In this regular expression, you can change, but this I can take it as a simple form of a regular expression here. Right? So clear what is a capturing group? Okay, and fine, this is a quantifier, this part, that plus here. Plus, star, question mark. See, what are the quantifier characters? You use a question mark, that means 0 or 1. 0 or 1, not more than 1. Up to 1. Star means 0 or more, any number. Okay. And plus means 1 or more. Okay. Or you could use braces and specify the count n. Okay. Fine. Or you could just put a n comma. So at least n. Okay. Or n comma m. Anything between n and m. Not more than m. Okay. And so these are nothing but your quantifiers. Okay. Okay. Fine. And so we can go ahead with defining some quantifiers like this. Now, one more thing which was there, which is related to the capturing group, is we can have a named capturing group. See here, in this expression which we have got 3 capturing groups. This is going to be called as group number 1. Okay, fine. This is going to be our group number 2 because that's the next occurrence of the left parenthesis. So every left parenthesis, the first occurrence, that's a capturing group 1. Second occurrence is the capturing group 2. And the third occurrence here, that's a capturing group 3. So you can go by number, okay? Or another option is to give a name to the capturing group. Okay, so we can have a capturing group which has got a name. So if you want to give the name to this and saying, oh, this is nothing but your type, okay, so you can start like this. You input this, and within this just say type. So type becomes the name of this capturing group. Okay, you want to call this as name, you can just put question mark. Okay, within this I'll just say name. Name is the name of the capturing group. Question mark, and within this I'll say open bar. So that becomes the name of the capturing group. Okay, so capturing group can have names. And so these are known as the named capturing groups. Okay, fine. Now, how does this? Now, how do we use these things? So first thing, yesterday what we had seen was that first thing, you need to first have a pattern object. Okay, so for example, I'll say I want to have a pattern for the open command. Okay, equals. How do I create a pattern object? And what should I use as parameter? A regular expression, string. Okay, so yeah, let me take this string here. Okay, so this is the entire string I want to specify. Okay, I'll put it in the next line. Okay, so in double quotes, I would like to put all that. Now, one thing to note here is that when I'm using double quotes, okay, anyway, that line is going to fall short also. Within double quotes, if I want to specify a backslash character, I have to use it twice. Okay, fine. So wherever there is a backslash, you'll have to make it 2 backslashes.
Skip the backslash.
Yeah. Okay, so we have to escape that also, right? Backslash being a escape character, yes, when we use double quotes in the string literal, right, a backslash has to be specified by using 2 backslashes. Okay, so yes, you can use this compile method. Okay, that's a, so this is the code for asking it to use the, so open, this is a pattern object creation, right? But then we would like to match, right? Someone is giving me an input string, so I have taken a string, some input string, input command is equal to, and maybe this is coming from some scanner dot next line, something like this may have been done. Okay, fine. I'm just assuming a scanner object sc to be available, fine, which is, so we read the entire line as one single command line, okay, and then we would like to find out, okay, whether it matches. So you could just say, okay, create a matcher for it. You want to do the matching, so just say matcher. Okay, fine. Matcher equals, and we'll say on the pattern object open command pattern dot method name is matcher. Okay, pass as parameter the input. Okay, so that's how you create a matcher object. First step will be to create a pattern. Second step will be to use the matcher method to create a matcher object. And on a matcher object, then we can use the method like in this case, we would like the exact match. Okay, fine. So we'll say if matcher dot matches, and there's no parameter. Okay, if matcher dot matches, then what do I do next? If it matches, then I know it's an open command. I would like to know what is the type.
We need to get the match result.
So, okay, match result, yes, we have the match result methods are there. Fine. So we can take the match result or we can use the methods of the matcher. So fine, we'll need to use some methods of the match result and extract the group. What's there in group 1? What's there in group 2? What's there in group 3? See, how do I know whether he is? So one thing, I'll just use the method here first. Okay, and type is equal to, but remember it's of type string now. Okay, this thing is of type string. So type is equal to, and that two ways I could use it. I could specify okay, matcher dot group and give the group number, which is group number 1. And this is one option. Or I could use, what's the other option I could have said? Okay, what's the other alternative? Instead of group, here I'll say, because that's a named capturing group. But if I didn't put the name, so I now get the option of using onMatcher this method called, where in the group method it's got overloaded. So instead of group number, you can even specify the group name. Okay, fine. So let's understand some methods, some more methods of matcher class. Okay, fine. What are the methods? I've given some indication of. So see, if the previous match method, right, the matches method, looking at, or the find method has returned a true value. And those are the three things which do a matching. And on a matcher, you have, see, on a matcher, we have called the method called matches. Only if they have returned a true, that's where it is entering the if condition. Okay, fine. If it has returned a false, and if I try like this, matcher.group, or there are some other methods which are part of the result of the match operation, they will all throw an exception, illegal state exception, because match was not there. Okay, here the three methods, right, matches, looking at, or find, they have to be returning a true for these methods to be working. Okay, which are those methods? Fine. So some more methods of matcher. Okay, one more thing I'll also mention here itself is there is an interface. Okay, implements an interface called match result. Okay. Right. So what are the methods of match result? Let me put the methods of match result. Okay, there are additional methods which are not part of match result. So I'm first looking at the methods of match result. Okay, so in match result we have methods like this. There's a public method returns int. Name of the method is group count. we have a public method returns int, and method name is start, takes int group number. So group number will be numbered from 1 to n. Here, if you say 0, okay, you could be saying, okay, it's same as, so this is like saying group 0. Group 0 is the entire, see, in your, the entire regular expression, that can be considered as group 0. Wherever we have put brackets, that's getting a number 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. So the entire command, if I want, whatever command he has written as a string, so where does it start? So if I've used the matches method in this case, in case of matches, start is always 0. Matches are looking at. But if you have used a find, then within that input string, what is the index position where this group starts? So that I can decide if I'm going for a substring method, I can decide on that, on the starting part of the substring. Okay, so you do a find, right? If you have done a find, it found that it is starting at particular index in the, this group starts at a particular index in that string. Okay, fine. That S or C is occurring at position number 6, right? Index position, I think 5, right? Open is 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. Fourth will be the space. Or if there are multiple spaces, yeah, after that, wherever it starts. So you get that starting index. Okay. So start is giving me the start index. Same way, what's the other thing you should be having? What's the next method? Like start, you can have a method called end. Okay, where does it end? Where does a particular group end? Okay, and like this, start and end. We even have another method which takes, which works with both of them. There's a method called group. Okay, and group would return a string. Okay, so you don't need to do a substring kind of a thing. Just say group method. And so we normally would not be using the start and the end method. We can just ask for the string itself. So actual string can be asked for. So that's what we were doing, right? String type is equal to matcher dot group 1. Okay. Fine. So these are methods of match result. Okay. Other methods other than the method. Okay. Okay, there are a lot many of them, but one which we may very commonly be using, other methods of matcher, okay, which are not part of the match result. Okay, so something which was added later, this is added in Java 1.5. okay, they probably need to update it, update the match result basically. Okay, add them as a default method or something. Okay. So you have method to return string, name of the method is group, and you can use the group name. Okay, this is one method which has been missed out. Okay, so because see that interface got created earlier in Java 1.4, the pattern matcher have been introduced in Java from 1.4. Okay, and Java 5 is when this named capturing group was introduced. Okay, so we had the named capturing group coming from Java 5. Okay, so this is the additional method which
Java 1 regular expression was not
no, it's 1.4.
there. In 1.4 they introduced
This java.util.regex package is from Java 1.4. So we had this method. Okay, now still there are other methods as well in the matcher. Okay, we have a method, public method to return matcher. It won't return a void anyway, but we have a method to return matcher, and you can say use pattern, where you can specify a new pattern now. So in the matcher, we understand there are two sides to a matcher, right? Okay, one is the pattern, other is the input. So you can change the pattern by using the method called use pattern. We have a method to return the pattern object. Okay, you can ask for the pattern. What's the pattern you have? Okay, we have the method which returns a matcher object. Okay, name of the method is reset. It takes as parameter a char sequence. That's the input. So you can change the input. You can reset the input and look for the same pattern again. Okay. Fine. There's another one, reset without parameter is also available, and that would reset all the settings which you have done on a pattern object. Okay. Fine. It would reset, and the input would, it's like, okay, you want to restart the same input, keeping the same input. Okay. Start from the beginning.
Basically, to reset the pattern which the matcher is using.
Yes. See, it is keeping some index, what is its current position. Suppose you are using the find method, then it is keeping track of where it has moved, right? Okay, because when you say find, the next time it has to search from that point onwards, wherever the last find was successful. Okay, so you might do a reset and start from the beginning again. Right? So there you are not changing the input. Second form of reset. Okay. Fine. Another method here is the method which returns the object of a match result. Name of the method is toMatchResult. Okay. Right. We even have a public method to return a stream of match results. It's like using the find method multiple times till it has. So a find method would give you the next match value. So it's a stream of match result. Match result is where it has matched. So as soon as it says false, yes, this would stop. So stream would have only those many match results. And if I have a match result, I can ask for the group. And most commonly, I should be looking for the group. And so some common methods of the matcher class. And so pattern is there, that's a regular expression. You look for that in some kind of an input. So both the things are available in a matcher. Okay. When you want to keep it very flexible, you want to just create a matcher and then decide on the pattern as well as the input. You don't have a constructor to create a matcher, right? Someone can always do like this. I want to have a matcher. I can say matcher equals and a regular expression is needed. I might use like this. On this, I've got a pattern object. On this, I'm calling the method called. I need to give some input. And that's also no. So this is an empty matcher now. Okay, and then you got some pattern from some place. You can say matcher.use pattern. You got an input from another place. Matcher.reset, and we have the input being reset on that. So input can be changed and even the pattern can be changed on a matcher object.